husband's revenge.
You're an asshole.
Come on, baby.
Man, let me tell you, brother, the longer I'm in this gun thing, year and a half now, the more I'm left shaking my head with some of these guys. I'll bring it up. Some dude that was in my group, I forget who's even in the group because nobody really posted anything. There's just me and Brian and maybe one other dude, right? So I posted. I was like, I found it kind of bad form that some of these CAC drops get snagged up by the same flippers over and over again, and then they immediately get flipped on the resale market at extortion VIG prices. And I thought it was bad form to take advantage of your fellow CAC owners and prospective CAC owners like that because they're already really expensive. The going rate for CQB 11.5 upper is about $17.76 and change. You know, with tax and shipping, you're probably looking at $2,000. These guys flip them for 25, 27, sometimes higher on Gunbroker. And I just made a basic generic comment. I was like, I'm surprised by that. And I was in other groups where the drops took place, and a lot of those guys were talking mad shit about ban the flippers. You know, all the dudes that are buying for the flip, find out who they are. That's why Saul started stamping the boxes with his logo, so at least you can identify. That's why some of these dudes on the resale flip on some of these resale groups, they take it out of the box. They're not showing the edge of the box that has the serial number and the part number. Because a lot of these sellers are pretty cool dudes, and they're like, I want everybody to get their hands on a CAC, and not just the same guys over and over again that are just going to flip them for incredibly high amounts of money, you know. And the guy jumped down my throat, called all my builds atrocities. I was hanging out and putting up with your shit and hoping to see you grow, but you know, they really offended. And I was like, wait a minute. The only people that would get offended by me bringing that point up are people who are snagging drops and trying to flip them to make a bunch of extra cash. So if that's what he's up to, that makes sense. I'm not an idiot. He's like, you're an offense to all CAC owners. You shouldn't have, you know. I was like, what are you talking about? People that own CACs, that buy CACs, I have, you know, that's great. Good for you, bud. People that snag all the drops and then try to flip them and extort the CAC owners and the prospective CAC owners for an additional $700, $1,000 on top of something that's already really expensive. That's, to me, that seems like bad form for a so-called brotherhood that they seem to, you know, that's the vibe that I get. You know, they're all in this special club because they own CACs. That's great. That's fine. But I stand by it. I think it's shady as fuck. Now, there's nothing wrong with capitalism, and I said it in the other video, and I held back some of the other stuff I wanted to say because I'm not trying to make enemies, but, you know, a lot of people are a lot of talk, and then their actions completely fucking negate everything they say. And I'm seeing that a lot in the snob world. Not from all of them, but from a good portion. You know? In my book, it's bad form. You're a bad soul if you make a profit out of extorting people that are desperate for something. Now, you might see it as a savvy business move, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I wouldn't do it. I don't like taking advantage of people. You know? If you're snagging him and saying, you know, I'm holding it for a buddy and he's going to give me like a C note extra or something, that's one thing. But some of these are going for like $1,000 over MSRP. And that's cool. And he made it sound like that's what they all did. Like it's some rich guy fun game. Hey, I snagged the thing you wanted. Give me an extra $1,000. Haha, you crazy fucking poors, right? Am I right? Yeah, those fucking poors. They can't afford it. Hey, if that's your thing, cool, man. I wouldn't know. I'm poor. But I just thought that was, I'm scratching my head going, why the fuck is this guy pissed off? How dare you offend CAC? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? A CAC is an inanimate object. It's a gun. A gun that people are constantly seeking. And its parts. It's not some religion. It's not some fucking. And even if it was, I guarantee you, most of them don't like the fact that the drop that they want to snag gets pulled by somebody who just turns around and flips it for another grand. Unless, I don't know, rich people can be crazy. Maybe they get a kick out of that. I don't know. Hell, I'll start snagging them. Fuck it. I'll snag one. I'll keep flipping it until I own a fucking Barrett. I can't, but no, see, I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you, I mean, I got burned by another dude, a big snob. Everyone knows his name. He said he'd do something. He didn't do it. He kind of ghosted me after that. I was like, okay, all right. So, I mean, a lot of talk, very little on the action I'm seeing. I really lost my luster for this whole snob bullshit, the snob world, the gatekeepers of gun knowledge and all this shit. There's a group of really good ones out there, but I'm telling you, man, they don't seem like very good people, some of them. They just don't. I don't care how much money I accumulate, or how many guns, or how much training I put myself through, and then how much proficiency. I'll never be that guy. I just won't. It's not who I am, man. So, I don't know. I'm like scratching my head, go, why is this guy pissed off? I basically said it's bad to take advantage of people that are in your own hemisphere. It's bad form. He got really pissed. I'm guessing he's one of the flippers. I don't know. You know, and if you're going to be willing to pay the piper on something that you really want, and you want to pay an exorbitant amount over, just like car dealerships when they add 5-10 grand to the MSRP, calling a market adjustment, they're still asshole scumbags for doing that, and everyone agrees with that. So, I mean, I don't see how that's any different than some car dealership tacking on 10-15 grand to the car you want because they can. You know, that makes them soulless dicks. And in the gun world, I would assume, and it's my belief, that it still makes you a soulless dick. You may not give a fuck. You're all about making them Benjamins and having that money. That's great. Doesn't make you any better of a person because you don't care. Just makes you a shady motherfucker that's getting over on people. Good for you. But yeah, these fucking guys, I mean, I'm like, whatever, dude. All your builds are atrocities. As soon as you go get some actual rounds down range with some professional supervision, let me know. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Get the fuck out of here. Some of these guys are Looney Tunes. I thought I was nuts. Fuck no. There's Jesus fucking Christ. These guys take themselves so fucking seriously. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Get over yourselves, really. All right, that's it. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of fed up with all of that part of it. I don't give a fuck. I'm moving forward. I'm gonna buy what I buy. I'm gonna shoot what I shoot. I'm gonna do what I do. Because it's nobody else's fucking business. The best two rules of business: mind yours and stay the fuck out of mine. That's all I can tell you. Have a good evening. I'm sipping my water, sober as a fucking judge. Hell bent on getting out there and being somebody. All right, good times. Your pal, Jake America.